Hey there, it's Simon Hurley, and remember the Dudes 2 stamp set? Well, things just got a little bit better because we turned them into printed die cuts. So you get 24 printed Dudes die cuts in here, as well as some of the accessory stamps and also the dog image, and they coordinate perfectly with the stamp set. So you can use them alongside each other to create some really awesome cards, and there's no more struggling with cutting the images out because we've got them perfectly cut out here. So if you struggle with cutting, this is perfect for you. I'm going to show you in today's video how to use them on some cards and also how to color them in like this. We've created them on some really great kind of watercolor cardstock, so they're going to be perfect for coloring in with any one of your favorite mediums. So let's get started. So let's take a look at the Dudes die cuts. This is a 24-piece die cut set, and I'm super excited about it. So basically, we've taken the Dudes 2 stamp set and turned them into die cuts. There's no need to struggle with cutting them. There's no need to struggle with stamping. They're already done for you here, and they're sized perfectly to fit with the stamp set. So you can use sentiments from the set or some of the images that coordinate perfectly to use along with the die cuts. So let's flip it over here. Here are all of the die cuts you get in the set. There's 24 pieces, so 2 of each one of these designs. We've done the little birthday gift as well as the hat and the dog here, as well as kind of accessory images. So these are all of the fun images, and we've done all the different combinations you can do of the heads and bodies, so it works really nicely for you. So let's take these out and kind of show you some of the fun die cuts. So they're really quite big images, so they're going to work really nicely on your card as kind of the focal point. Here we go, let's peel all these out. You get a lot of die cuts in one pack, which I really love. So let's spread them out kind of so you can see them here. I love that they're a super dark black, really crisp image printed like that, so you get a really great look every time, and they've got a little bit of a border around them as well, which I really like, so you can see that fun border is cut around all of the different images, which I like. So if you've done a really large inky background with lots of color, it just kind of stands out from the background with that little white border, which is really great. All right, so let's take this and cut him out. You can see the hat is scaled perfectly to fit on his head too. So whatever you want to do with this set, it works really nicely. And of course, the little puppy in there too, which I just love. Okay, so let's move these die cuts off to the side. And let's do a little bit of watercoloring. These are on a great watercolor kind of surface cardstock, so it's going to take the inks really nicely as you're painting with them. So let's go in here with some clear skies. These are the Simon Hurley Create Die inks. I'll go in with a little bit of Slippery and Wet. And let's bring in a little bit of Traffic Cone as well. And a couple more colors. Let's do Grr, which is my nice brown color. And then we'll do Over the Moon, which is that yellow color. I'm going to go in with a detail water brush here. Just make sure the water is flowing. And then we can start our watercoloring. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of this color here. We'll start off with his sweater. Just painting that in. Just adding some of that color down there. And these die cuts take the watercolor really nicely, which I just love. I wanted to make sure it was a great surface for you to use your watercolors on and have tons of fun with all your mediums, because I love to use them on my cards. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I'll move on to his little jeans here. We'll paint those in with the blue color. Just add a little bit of color onto there, super quick. Then I'll add some color to his little boots down there. Then for a skin tone, I like to mix together some of that Grr color with a little bit of Over the Moon, and that's going to create a really great skin color. So just go in here. We can paint that in there. And just mixing my inks with a little bit of that water in the water brush makes a really great color to paint with, which I just love doing. So you can either blend it with backgrounds, use it for stamping, or paint it with it like this. So then I'll go in with a little bit of Grr to finish it off with the hair there. Just doing some really quick and simple coloring. Of course, you can go in here and do more shading if you'd like. But this is just so much fun to paint. And of course, you can go in with whatever color medium you like. So if you're not super, in love with watercolor, you can totally go in with colored pencils or different kinds of markers to color this image in. But I just think these Dudes die cuts are so much fun to create with. And then of course, all you need to do is put this guy onto a background, grab your Dudes 2 stamp set, and you can stamp some of the sentiments or anything that comes in this set. Now, one thing I did want to show you as well, because I mentioned that this coordinates with the stamp set. So let me just heat set this quickly. Just want to use the heat tool. Make sure this is nice and dry before I do anything else. And in this stamp set, this image, this body here, actually coordinates with this. So we made a little plaid pattern that can fit right onto that shirt there. And I want to share that quickly with you guys. So they're scaled the exact same way as the stamp set, which means you're going to be able to use some of the images from the set. So this still coordinates really nicely with everything in the set. So I'll go in with some traffic cone ink. Just ink up the image. And then we'll line it up and stamp it right down onto the card there. And that's gonna look really awesome. So those dudes die cuts coordinate perfectly with the stamp set. So if you have that stamp set, you can totally use it and embellish some of these die cuts to create some really awesome images.